So needless to say, it seems that updates from Ubisoft's XDefiant have become almost non-existent after their most recent playtest. And not only that, the significant hype around Modern Warfare 3. We do have a little bit of an update at this point. Taking a look at this blog post by theloadout.com, take everything you see with a grain of salt here, and there is some unfortunate things we're going to be touching base on in this video. If you are new, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. As we go along, drop your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section, and let's chop it up. XDefiant release date estimate and latest news. Here's all the information you need on the XDefiant release date, as well as a full overview of Ubisoft's new free-to-play FPS on PS5, Xbox, and PC. When is the XDefiant release date? One of the biggest upcoming releases for first-person shooter fans, XDefiant aims to be a breath of fresh air while also crafting a nostalgic experience that fans of older Call of Duty titles will love. Following a few closed and open beta tests, XDefiant has impressed us and is shaping up to be one of the best FPS games. At least it will be when it finally releases. It may also join our list of the best free-to-play shooting games on consoles. But when can you expect to put together your best XDefiant loadout and dominate your opponents? XDefiant release date estimate. The XDefiant release date has been indefinitely delayed after Ubisoft found gameplay inconsistencies during its most recent public test session. We now expect that the game will be released in summer of 2024 to avoid any direct competition with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. So you heard it, we can expect for XDefiant to be delayed almost an entire year later than we initially expected. Once again though, take this with a grain of salt. Things are always subject to change, way more than we may even assume. So I knew the community was pretty split over the most recent playtest. Some felt the game was pretty solid and others felt it was a step or two back from the initial XDefiant betas. But I was not expecting things to get delayed almost an entire year. I was hoping maybe in the first quarter of 2024, maybe between January and March, but unfortunately, we might be waiting until summer. Let's move along. This will expand on top of a few things in my little rant there. Originally set for a summer 2023 release date, things seem to be going well with XDefiant at first. After a few closed beta sessions, Mark Rubin, executive producer for XDefiant over at Ubisoft, confirmed during the Ubisoft Forward 2023 that the game would be having an open beta session in June for Xbox Series X, XIS, PS5, and PC. Following the open beta, the developers quietly delayed the last-gen versions of the game, stating in a tweet that the team is working on last-gen platforms for later. However, after a long summer of waiting for the game to launch on current-gen consoles and PC, the game failed a QA test for major platforms, as stated in a Ubisoft blog post from September 11th, and the public test session for further testing took place shortly after that in late September. Unfortunately, on October 9th, Ubisoft released a statement saying that it was discovered inconsistencies in the game experience during this public test session, and that it would be indefinitely delaying XDefiant. Despite initially looking on track to meet its summer 2023 target window, it's clear that there were some deeper issues within the game that require a lot more development time. So when do we think XDefiant will now come out? With the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 release date coming up, it will be a terrible move for Ubisoft to release a game in November or December of this year, as competing against the FPS monolith that is Call of Duty would be a foolish move. In fact, it would be eerily similar to when EA released Titanfall 2 between Call of Duty Infinite Warfare and Battlefield 1 back in 2016, a mistake that has been talked about for years. As such, we believe that the release date will be sometime in 2024, most likely in the summer. That would give developers some time to fix any major issues with the experience, squash any nasty bugs that could cause problems, get platform approval, and hopefully prepare even more content for launch and beyond. Launching around this time would also be in the latter half of an MW3 cycle, and it's around this time every year when interest in the annual Call of Duty title tends to die down. It also gives it plenty of breathing space before 2024's Call of Duty release as well. As much as I don't want to admit it, a summer release for this game will absolutely be the best option here if they don't want too much contention with players that are interested in both games, Call of Duty and XDefiant that is. A late winter or spring release may be appropriate as well, but the safest bet is absolutely summer if the game doesn't want too much crossover with the Call of Duty community. I've also said on the channel before, I would rather get XDefiant at a later date before playing an unfinished game. So honestly, if the game takes another few months, I won't be as nearly upset as if they dropped a super buggy game. So at the end of the day, I do believe the XDefiant community will be okay. We just have to hold our horses a little bit. And to wrap up the blog post, this is in addition to the existing content from the beta test, which already offered 24 weapons, 14 maps, 5 game modes, and 5 factions. Despite the indefinite delay, we expect the XDefiant's ambitious year one roadmap and the content that it promised will remain for when the game does eventually launch. However, if anything does change, we'll update this article to reflect that. That's everything we know ahead of the XDefiant release date right now. It may be worth picking up one of the best Xbox controllers and best PS5 controllers ahead of launch so you can quickly make your way through the ranks. If you want to see if there are any other competitive titles on the horizon, our new PS5 games and new Xbox games list have all of the upcoming games that are arriving soon. Before we duck out of here, let's talk about my guys over at Waves Customs. Use Waves Custom Inits for the gym, playing and recording music, and of course, gaming. Maybe you want to cop a new pair for Modern Warfare 3. Get these boys fitted for your ears only just by scanning your ears with your smartphone. This works with both iPhone and Android. They offer a damn good product for a one-of-a-kind experience, and they also kill it as far as aesthetics. You can get them in almost any color, and you can pretty much get any logo you want printed on them. Maybe you want to rep your favorite esports team, or maybe you want to rep your favorite e-girl. Whatever the case, Waves kills it as far as aesthetics and most definitely audio. Check these guys out. It'll be the first link down in the description. So what's your take on everything we touched base on in this video? And do you think players even really care about XDefiant anymore? And what are your expectations for XDefiant? And while we are here, let me know your expectations and anticipations for Modern Warfare 3. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you for sticking around. If you dug the content, consider subscribing for more FPS content, such as Call of Duty and XDefiant. You can expect 2 videos weekly from my channel every Tuesday and Friday. Thank you all once again. All y'all take care. I'll see you in the next video, and I'm out.